right, so if you would please find your area of shaded regions worksheet, we will go through that. All right, so when problem solving, sometimes it is easier to solve a simpler problem to find the correct strategy. All right, so West High School wants to paint the sports field blue, but does not want to paint the center. The diagram shows the dimensions of the field and center circle. How much area will they need to paint blue? So I've got my figure here. Now everything right here, all around the center circle, is the area that they want to paint blue. They do not want to paint the center circle. They want to know how much paint they are going to need to, how much paint they're going to need to actually use to create the area. So we do not have an area formula for this unusual shape. Okay, so it kind of looks like a square or rectangle with a hole in the middle, almost like a donut just with edges. So we need to look for figures that are familiar. What are the two shapes that you see in the diagram? Well, the first shape I see is a rectangle. And the second shape I see is a circle. Okay, I see a rectangle and I see a circle. So what strategy would calculate the part of the field that needs to be painted? All right, so this is a strategy I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Area of, well, hang on, let me go down here. Area of rectangle minus area of circle. Okay, so I'm going to find the area of my entire rectangle, then the area of the circle, and then I'm going to subtract my area of the circle from the area of the rectangle, which then gives me the area of shaded region. Okay, that's the strategy that I'm going to use. All right, is find the two areas and then subtract them from each other to find the necessary area that I need. Okay. All right, so area of a rectangle. All right, so if we look back in our spiral, let me grab mine really quickly. Okay, we can open it up here through our tables of contents to get to our star review sheet. Now, if I look here, rectangle or a parallelogram, its area equals base times the height. So area equals base times the height. So area is 100 times 75. Okay, I'm going to go over here off to the side. 005, placeholder 007, and it looks like I have 7,500. So area is equal to 7,500 feet. Okay, area is equal to 7,500 feet. Now I need to find the area of a circle. Okay, area of a circle. So I'm going to look in my area section again. I'm going to look all the way down at the circle. Let's see if it'll zoom. There we go, area of a circle. And I know that it is pi r squared. So area equals pi r squared. Now the r squared is r times r. So area is equal to 3.14 times, well look, my diameter is 30, so it's half of 30. And that is 15 times 15. Okay, 15 times 15. And let's see, 3.14 times 225. Yes, I am using a calculator for this. To equal 706.5. Okay, now the area of my circle is 706.5. The area of the rectangle is 7,500. I want to know what's the area of just the shaded region. So I'm going to take these two numbers, 7,500, and I'm going to subtract it from 760.05. Okay, now in order to subtract correctly, I need to add and borrow. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 6, so 6, 7, 8, 9 would be 3. Okay. Well, I've got 4 now, so I have to borrow from the 7. So 14 minus 7 is 7, and then 6 here. And then I'm going to bring my decimal straight down. So the West High School will need to paint 6,739.95 square feet. Okay. Let me move this off. Sorry. 6,739.95 square feet. All right. Let's look at the next one. So Joan wants to paint her favorite picture frame. Okay. How much paint would she use in order to cover just the frame itself? So it looks like we have it on a triangular wall and I have a square. So what are the two shapes I see? Well, the first one I see is a triangle and a square. Okay, what's my strategy here? Well, I'm going to find the area of triangle, subtract from the area of square. Okay, let me make sure. Jen wants to paint her favorite picture frame and how much of this, da-da-da. Okay, so area of triangle minus the area of the square is equal to area of shaded, which is what I want. The picture frame is the triangular shape. All right, so step one, I need to do the area of a triangle. Well, looking at my star sheet once again, okay, it's telling me that triangle is area is 1/2 base times height. So area equals 1/2 base times the height. So I'm going to plug in my numbers. 1/2 times the base is 10 times the height is 10. Okay. Well, 10 times 10 is 100. So area is equal to 1/2 times 100. And half of 100 is 50. Okay, all right, so step two, I need to find the area of a square, and I know this to be the same thing as a rectangle, base times height. So area is equal to 3 times 3, and area is equal to 9. Okay, now I need to subtract the two numbers together. So 50 minus 9, and that will get me 41. So she will need to cover 41 square inches on the frame. Okay. On to the back, composite figures. So composite figures are made up of two-dimensional figures. To find the area of a composite figure, separate it into figures whose areas you know how to find, and then add the areas together. So find the area of the figure to the right in square feet, okay? What are the two shapes that you see? So I see that I have a barn-looking shape, okay? But if I were to connect from here to here, I can pull out two different shapes, okay? So the first shape I see a rectangle, okay? And the second shape, what's on top, let me zoom out here. The second shape on top I see is a trapezoid, okay? I think I spelled that correctly. Ah, I did. Okay, I see a rectangle and a trapezoid. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the area of rectangle, and then add it to the area of trapezoid. Okay, find the area of the rectangle and then add it to the area of the trapezoid. So we found on the front that area for a rectangle is base times the height. Okay, well look, it tells me my height right here. It split it up for me. My height is 8, and then from here to here is 4. Okay, so area is equal to, well, my base is 12 times my height of 8. So I'm going to do this off to the side. So 12 times 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 1 more is 9. So area is equal to 96. And this is what? Feet squared. All right. Area of a trapezoid. We have yet to have that problem come up yet. But if I look back on my star sheet, let me see, I'm telling you, this stuff is useful. Area is equal to 1/2 B1 plus B2 times the height. Okay, B1 plus B2 times the height. This means that I'm going to take this base, because if we know anything about the properties of a rectangle, is that my sides, I have two pairs of congruent sides. So if this is 12, this is 12. So 12 plus 4 times 4, and I'm going to multiply by 1/2. So I'm going to add the two bases together. So area is equal to 1/2, 12 plus 4 times the height of my trapezoid is 4. Okay, so area is equal to 1/2. 12 plus 4 is 16 times 4. So 16 times 4. 4 times 6 is 24. 4, 5, 6 is 64. So area is equal to 1/2 times 64, which this is 32 feet squared. Okay. Now I just add the two numbers together because I want to know what is the area of the entire figure. I found this area and I found this area. Now I want to know the total area. So I'm going to do 96 plus 32, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And I should get 128 square feet. 128 squared feet. All right. Next one, you are building an L-shaped desk for your room. The dimensions of the desktop are shown. Find the area of the desktop in square feet. So what are the two shapes that you see in the diagram? Okay, what are my two shapes that I see in the diagram? So I've got A and B. Well, the first shape I see is I see a rectangle. Yep. Rectangle and triangle. Okay, I see a rectangle and I see a triangle here. Okay, all right, I can split this up right here and I can split this up right here and make myself another square. Okay, to have a 3 and 3, and I can also see a square too. Okay, all right, so what is my strategy to calculate the total area of my composite figure? Well, I'm going to find the area of rectangles. Okay, let's see. From here to here is 4. So this rectangle is a 4 by 3. I have a 3 by 3 here. Hang on, let's see. Split that up. 4. Okay, wait, there's a trapezoid. Give me just a second. There's a trapezoid. Ms. Roberts has just completely confuzzled this one. There is a trapezoid there, and if I cover that up, what do I see here? Actually, let's do a trapezoid here. Okay, let's do a trapezoid here. Let me fix this. There we go. Let's just look at a new one. All right, so, my bad. All right, Mr. Roberts has a trapezoid right here. Okay, so the first one I see is a trapezoid. Okay, and then let's see, what kind of other figure? I want to say trapezoid again, but I can't. The only other thing I can think of is that I have a 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. All right, and a rectangle. 3 and 3. All right, so I actually have 3 shapes. I have a trapezoid, rectangle, and then triangle. Okay. So my little triangle is right here. I'm going to color or shade him in. Okay, there's my triangle. Trapezoid is right here, and then my rectangle is right here. So I understand that shows me 2 different steps. We're actually going to have 3. So what's my strategy? Area of rectangle, I'm going to abbreviate, plus area of triangle, plus area of trapezoid. All right, so let's do the first one. Let's do the area of the rectangle. So area is equal to base times the height. So area is equal to, well, if I look right here, okay, from here to here is 8, but look, 5 to 3, so 5 times 3, and my area for this is 15 feet squared. Okay, area of the triangle, let's split this up here. So my triangle area is equal to 1/2 base times the height. So area is equal to 1/2 3 times 3. 3 times 3, we know that to be 9, so 1/2 of 9. And we know this to be 4.5 feet squared. Okay. And then step number 2, I'm going to zoom in a little, I guess. There we go. Step number 2 would be to find the area of my trapezoid. So we just found this up at the top. Area is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So area is equal to 1/2. My first base is 8 plus my second base of 4 times the height of 3. So area is 1/2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times 12 times 3. Area is equal to 1/2 times 36. Okay, and half of 36 is 18. So area is equal to 18 feet squared. All right, now we got to add these up. So 18, 15, and then 4.5. At 0.5 8 and 5 is 9. 9 and 8 is 17. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So I should have 37.5 square feet. 37.5 square feet. Okay. All right, so let me look here. Let me do one more with you. One more with you, and then I'm going to let you guys finish up the rest on your own. Okay, let's look at number 3. Okay, number 3. So Leor was asked to repaint the sign for his mother's ice cream shop. So he needs to figure out how much paint he will need and find the area of the entire ice cream shop sign. So we're also told to use 3.14 for pi. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is identify my two shapes. Well, I have a triangle. And then here I have half a circle, okay, which is actually called a sphere. It's half of a circle, all right? So if I remember for a circle, my formula to find area is equal to pi r squared, okay? Now that's to find the entire circle. What do you think I need to do to it just to find half of my circle? Divide it by 2. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to divide it by 2. So let's go ahead and find this area. So area is equal to 3.14 times, well, my diameter is 6. What's half of my diameter? 3. So 3 times 3. It's the radius times the radius. And we're going to divide it all by 2. Okay. Area is equal to 3.14 times 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, I'm going to go over here to, let's go right here. I'm trying to find a good spot. 3.14 times 9. Okay, 9 times 4, I believe that is 36. It is. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3 is 12. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 is 28. And I have 2 spots. So area is equal to 28.26. Now I need to divide this by 2. Okay, divide this by 2. So now we've got to do long division. 2 on the outside, 28.26 on the inside. Bring the decimal up. 2 can go into here 1 time. It can go in there 4 times. 1 time. And 3 times. Even. So the area of my circle is 14.13. inches squared. Now, that's just of the semicircle. Now I need to find the area of my triangle. Okay, so first step, write my formula is 1/2 base times height. Area is equal to 1/2. The base of my triangle is 6, and the height is 12. Okay, 12 times 6, 6 times 2 is 12. 6 plus 1 is 72. So area is equal to 1/2 times 72. Well, what's half of 72? 2 can go into 7 3 times with 1 left over. 2 can go into 12 6 times. And area is equal to 36 inches squared. Now, this is not my final answer because it wants to know what's the area of the entire ice cream shop sign. I need to add these two numbers together. So 36 plus 14.13. Bring my decimal straight down. 1, 3, 6, and 4 is 10. 3 plus 4, 1 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So the entire area of this is 50.13 inches squared. 50.13 inches squared. If you have any questions, please let us know.